Oh, there's a lot of places in the world that people wish they could go, and I think if you've made a list of it, New Zealand would probably be right up in there somewhere. And the thing is with New Zealand, once you see it one time, you hunt the animals, you're hanging around with the folks, and they're so friendly. Honestly, you'll probably come back again. And we're gonna go hunt some tahr and chamois.
They are called the Southern Alps, and here, Foulkrod will hunt the slopes and peaks with veteran guide Duncan Fraser of the South Island's Cardrona Safaris.
It's a pleasure to have Bob here hunting with us. For someone that's hunted all around the world many times over, certainly says something for someone of his experience.
The challenging tahr Foulkrod will hunt were introduced into the New Zealand mountains over a century ago, where they took root. Today, they are abundant and elusive.
So this isn't really the prime time to hunt the tahr so much, but we have some really good areas for tahr that we know we can get some bulls earlier on in the season. It could be challenging to find one, but we'll try our hardest and see how we get on. Never say never, and we'll take it from there. That's why they call it hunting.
This is actually the off-season for hunting tahr, and the weather is unseasonably warm. But when the going gets tough, the tough, like Foulkrod, go hunting.
It was actually unseasonably warm. The high was supposed to be 60, not 80. I mean, and we were working the full moon too, so we had a lot of things going against us. But one thing we kept was a positive attitude, and that keeps you, motivated when you go in the field.
So we're gonna pack up and head out in the morning and probably head for the mountains and look for the tahr.
People always ask me, do I get excited? Absolutely, and I guess when that excitement goes away, I'll find another hobby.
Having circled the globe in pursuit of big game, Foulkrod knows the effect travel can have on a gun scope. So he always checks his zero at his destination.
You know what it says on an American dollar bill?
No, I don't, Bob.
It says, "In God we trust."
Really?
But New Zealand, baggage handlers, I don't trust.
For the ranges and game on this hunt, Bob has chosen the .300 Winchester Short Mag Ballistic Silvertip. The polymer-tipped bullet with contoured jacket and alloyed lead core will give him extreme accuracy, coupled with deep penetration and controlled expansion at alpine distances. And now, hunters can enhance their shooting with Winchester's Ballistics Calculator, available online or as an app. Plug in your cartridge, chart its performance, and never be left guessing in the field.
Okay, 102 yards. We ready to go?
I would say that's right on the money.
That's just about perfect.
Bob's rifle and cartridge are now fine-tuned, and at dawn, Bob and guide Duncan Fraser are going to find if they'll be lucky enough to glass a trophy tahr.
Oh, is it right there?
Yeah, it was just straight across a bit.
We got up about 5 o'clock to have breakfast, and we really wanted to get up on the hill before daybreak and be in a position where as soon as the light started getting good enough to spot animals, that we were in a position where we had a chance to find where they were.
Yeah, I got mother and a couple little ones, just seeing if there's a buck with them. We probably got another hour before it gets hot and they bed up. Female and little ones, no male tahrs.
We might just go down a couple of 100 yards here and sit down and do a bit of glassing for a while. Have a look around the bush edge and see if anything's moving.
Yeah. I see some fawn deer, red stag, and a doe. I haven't seen no tahr yet.
Female tahr just on that ridge. That's another female.
There's a bigger one.
We got down here pretty early, right before it was light, and got ourselves in position, but there hasn't been any tahr move over there yet. Just females.
Yeah, I don't see any males.
The warm weather's definitely not helping us at all. It only gives us probably a couple of hours in the morning and a couple of hours at night when the animals start shifting. Before that, everything's bedded up pretty tight, so it doesn't make things easy at this time of year. Yet again, we play the waiting game.
Thorough and patient glassing has not turned up a trophy bull tahr for Foulkrod and Duncan. So they decide not to let any grass grow under their hiking boots.
There's a couple of stags down below us roaring that have been going for the last hour and a half, but as far as the tahr, we haven't had too much luck.
I was kind of tempted in some sense to spend another afternoon there, but I probably didn't get enough, decent signs that there was a lot of animals. Obviously with, the limit we've got on time, we need to keep moving and we can't afford to waste too much time.
So Bob, haven't managed to have much luck this morning.
Yeah, we've seen a few, just not the right one.
And we didn't manage to find anything. I suppose at the end of the day, that's why they call it hunting, not shooting. We tried it, We went there, we didn't succeed, so we move on to plan B.
So they call in the air cavalry.
Now, I've been on just about every single piece of equipment that would get me in transportation. I've been on float trips with raft, horseback, mules, just about every single piece of equipment to get me from point A to point B. This was a first for me.
New Zealand's got a long history, even for the start of the aircraft, and we've had no predators in New Zealand. So animal population got way out of control, and the helicopters were brought in to lower numbers. Now we use the helicopters for a management tool, but also for a taxi.
When people are on limited time, it makes it pretty hard to try and spend 3 or 4 days to get into the mountains and not be guaranteed that there's actually going to be a bull at the end of the walk. So it's pretty much our taxi into the mountains and just eliminates a lot of time and hassle of getting to where the animals are.
A lot of that country out the back there, you know, it wouldn't take days to get into, it could take weeks. You know, some of the rivers there, the rocks are as big as trucks all the way down the rivers, so to walk 2 or 3 miles could take you 3 or 4 days.
Let me give you an example, for instance. You know, I went to the Yukon last year. It took me an hour and a half on a bush plane to land on a landing strip, and then we took the horses from there and we rode out a day. But the outfitter took him 3 days to get the horses into that main camp. Well, I'm in New Zealand, and we don't have that kind of time. And transportation over here is a helicopter. So, I mean, we basically took a helicopter about an hour, hour and a half, and flew into the mountains that would have took us 5 days by horses.
A lot of people have the impression that we fly around and just shoot from the helicopter as an airship, but we don't. We use it for a drop-off tool and a pickup tool.
When you're taking a chopper and you're flying over that and you're going right straight at that mountain, and then all of a sudden you come over the top of it and the ground breaks away from you, and I mean, it's like a roller coaster ride. It just takes your breath away. And the scenics and some of the animals we saw from the air was just breathtaking.
To get ahead of the game in the virtually impenetrable terrain of the New Zealand mountains, Foulkrod and guide use a helicopter to hop over a week of hiking.
They drop us off. They don't have a rule like Alaska where you can't fly and hunt the same day. The chopper flies away, and we got a handheld radio, and we're going to spend the rest of the day in hunting there.
This time of the year, the Tahr, the male Tahr, actually very hard to get. They're sort of just splitting off their bachelor groups. They're individuals, but they're not with the females, so you've got to cover that much more country to find a trophy.
The helicopter flight has succeeded in putting Bob and Duncan into the country, where they are able to spot a trophy bull Tahr in their binoculars and spotting scope.
Let's come and sit up on this rock here, Bob. He's just going to start coming around the face here. Bob, get ready, he's just coming out.
I got him.
Here he goes, just coming on the ridge here. Can you see him?
Yep, I got him.
He's at 350, Bob, just wait, he's going to keep coming down, he's going to keep coming in.
It was perfect. I had no idea where this Tahr came from, but all of a sudden he started bouncing down toward us.
Just wait, he's going to keep moving. We're going to get a shot, just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait.
We were on the other side there, and he had no idea we were there.
270. Let him keep coming. Are you on him?
Yeah.
Right, he's still coming.
Yeah.
200. Wait a minute, he's just coming straight at us here on the green face. Take him whenever you get a shot, Bob.
As soon as he stops.
Whenever he stops, you take a shot.
Okay, here we go.
Take him. He's hit, just watch him.
Oh, he's down. He's done.
Good shooting, Bob. What'd you think of that, eh?
That was fantastic. Man, he come down out of there, didn't he? And all of a sudden he did stop. Boom, the shot went off. He turned around, I bolted, I was getting ready to hit him again, and all of a sudden he tumbled. What a fantastic trip.
Here, how about we go take a look at him, eh?
Absolutely.
You go check him out.
Absolutely, let's go. Oh man, look at it. He's a good one. Look at that. 11-inch horns or something like that?
Yeah, probably I'd say very close
Got
to
a
that,
chip out of it, character point where he hit the rock. And for this time of year, he was furred out nice. It was gorgeous, better than I could expect. Look at that. Long old hair like that. That's gorgeous, gorgeous. I was happy, you know, we got ourselves a nice Tahr.
Foulkrod has a windfall Tahr, giving him a chance at another of New Zealand's most famed big game animals, the chamois, introduced 100 years ago from Austria.
We were gonna actually go chamois hunting. You know, he says, it's a long shot, but he says, you know, we got the afternoon, let's go to the mountains and look.
So we're just up here this afternoon looking for a chamois, so we'll see what we can find. We probably need to wait for the heat to go to the sun a bit, but we'll get up high and have a glass and see what we can find.
Chamois gonna stay in all that brush like this and then pop out and
yeah.
feed?
Typically at this time of day they're going to be in some of that thicker scrub. If we see something come out, we can make a move from there. The older bucks will tend to probably be more by themselves at this time of year. It'll be very similar to the Tahr like we saw in the mountains. You'll have your groups of females, and then you'll have some bachelor groups of probably younger bucks. So we're really looking for ones and twos, really. We get somewhere nice and comfortable and have a look.
Bob and Guide hunt for a glassing position on the slopes and begin to scan across the canyons. And it's only a matter of time before they come onto a good bull.
I see 2 laying down and 2 walking. Tell me the one on top's a shooter.
The one that just sat down.
Yeah. Good one?
Yeah, he's pretty good. We got into the area and probably within 10 or 15 minutes, I suppose, we managed to spot a group of chamois. There happened to be quite a nice buck on the outskirts.
They say never turn anything down the first day you shoot the last day. Well, this is the last day.
Yeah, it's a nice buck.
It's 681. So that means if we went to that ridge right there,
Yeah.
it would be a 300-yard shot. What are you thinking, Duncan?
Yeah, I think we'll try and sneak down this gully in front of us and go have a closer look at them. See if we can sneak in.
I get my pack.
For Bob and Duncan, the race is on to cut the range down to a more reasonable distance as the sun is setting on this big game adventure in New Zealand.
I just want to try and get around this ridge into this deeper gully, and then we can go right down on that shady face there, and then we can pop back out somewhere. We're going to be fairly exposed going around this ridge, but there's not a lot we can do about it. Let's do it.
We started out around, I don't know, 600 or 700 yards, and we said, well, we can close this distance, and we dropped down off, and we worked back and forth.
I might just try and get to this knob.
Yeah.
Just have a wee look. We're not actually going to gain a lot by going down the ridge further. We're actually going to get further away.
Yeah.
Because at this knob, we're about the same height as they are shooting level across.
Yeah.
So we're just going to have to play it by ear and have a go.
Yeah. Well, now we're making a plan to get closer to him, and closest we could get was in like 400 yards.
It's just about finding where we can get around. Might just go down here, but
It was the best that we could do it under the situation that we were in.
if we go any further in there, we've got no cover anywhere. We're pretty exposed.
Yeah.
So we managed to make a stalk on them and worked our way down through some thick scrub, and we got into about 400 yards. Just on 400.
Hunter and Guide may not get any closer than 400 yards, a quarter mile, but Bob has the Winchester rifle and the ammunition for that range.
He's out on that side hill in the bush, right?
See the big clay bank up there?
Yeah.
Come straight down from that.
Oh, there he is, going up through, right?
Yeah, by himself.
How far is he?
He's 400 yards exactly.
We kind of talked back and forth and what was going to be the worst case scenario, so we decided we was going to try to make the shot.
Have you got him?
Yeah.
It's turned around facing the other way now.
We need to shoot him right there.
Just take him.
And when he stops,
Just on 400.
here we go. I don't see him.
Just wait for a minute.
Between the sun and all the dirt, I wasn't really sure. I couldn't see the bullet hit. I couldn't even see his reaction.
All I could tell roughly by his reaction was the way he jumped up that, you know, there was a fair chance it was low somewhere, but I couldn't really confirm that he was hit. Those other ones that come through onto those rocks, they're looking straight down at something.
And then the other ones came down and they kind of give him away. They kind of looked down into him.
There he goes.
Where is he at?
Just going into the shade.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh, he laid down behind that bush. Let's see if he comes out of there. We found him laying over there. I am pretty sure that he's dead. Duncan's gonna go up a little ways just to see whether he's got his head down. If he's paying possum on us. I'm pretty sure that he's dead. We make a plan to go down over. I mean, and this thing is steep. We come up the other side and the sweat's running off of me. I'm glassing. I can't see him. Duncan can't see him. When now we're getting up where we're just straight across from him. Duncan said, there he is, right there, you know. I had my one shell in my rifle up on my sticks. And so my game plan was I was going to shoot at the biggest part of that body if he happened to stand up. And I looked at Duncan. He was going to swing up and basically come down to it. Good deal. The kicker of the whole deal was that's a pretty nice chamois.
Have a look at that, eh?
Look at that.
Beautiful,
Nice one.
beautiful wee chamois buck. Turns out it's a really, really nice buck. probably 9.5 inches, somewhere around there.
Oh man, hey, the end of a great hunt. Congratulations, Bob.
Still got a really nice white face with a black stripe through their eyes and down to their nose, but with a really nice ginger fleck in them. So it's a really nice trophy.
Nice flare to him. Beautiful summer cape. Beautiful animal.
Man, we got a fantastic chamois on the deal. What a great animal right there. Absolutely fantastic.
It is the end of a spectacular Kiwi adventure for Bob Foulkrod that is about to end in traditional New Zealand style, as guide Duncan Fraser packs the chamois out whole.
Next thing you know, he's sitting down and grunting and moaning and things up on his shoulders.
Bob thought I was one of those crazy Kiwis when I threw it over my shoulders and took it out. It took me a while to get it up, but we got there eventually.
Yeah, it was like a foot race, and all I was doing was carrying my pack.
And I really appreciate that someone of his experiences is so excited, and it's not just about the trophy, it's about the whole hunting experience being here in New Zealand, and it definitely makes it exciting for me to be hunting with someone like this.